Okay, it is the 24th of September 2019. I am by my computer, wet and soaking, and I have to go back to school for a lesson in about 35 minutes. So, I don't have much time. So this is a video to kind of explain the hell is going on with me, because I have not uploaded in a hell of an amount of time. I don't even know. 2 months ago. 2 months ago I last uploaded. Not the worst, but then again it's definitely not the best either. So, where the hell have I been? What the hell have I been doing? And why the hell have I been doing it? Probably the three questions on your mind when looking at this video. I'm here to explain. Just hold your horses. I will get to that. Like, trust me, everything will be okay. We'll get through this together. Or at least I'll get through it. I don't know about you guys. You guys seem to be perfectly fine. Anyway, moving on to the first thing. YouTube in general and what I'm doing with it. In the current point in time, I actually have two Bed Wars videos that I'm doing. One I recorded with Andy, as usual, and one I didn't record with Andy, but with another friend. That video I'm currently editing, and Andy is actually going to edit the video where me and him were playing. So yeah, be sure to look up for that. You'll notice a different editing style there. So yeah, props to Andy for doing that. Thank you very much, mate, because things have been tight generally for me. So it's kind of nice to know that he's going to handle that for me. Moving forward in terms of my editing, definitely with my Bed Wars content, I feel as if I am also making my videos too long. My last video was about 40 minutes long. My last Bed Wars video was over an hour long. So it's definitely an improvement slightly, but considering the fact that my videos generally take around 30 to 40 minutes, it's still quite bad. So moving forward, I'm going to try and really sort of cut a lot of really stupid, really bad mistakes out. So it might just sometimes left in the future, just with the games that I actually win. The games that, actually feel good. And, I don't have to generally win every game for me to keep it in. Whereas if I find sort of the commentary fun, if I find the events in the game fun, then I'll usually try and keep it in and cut out whatever I can. So yeah, that should hopefully make for better videos and shorter videos, which will be great for the both of us. In terms of my content, Bed Wars is definitely becoming more prominent than Sweetboy Survival, and I kind of have a few good reasons for that. In terms of me personally, I kind of have like an OCD type of thing when it comes to starting up a new survival world or a new survival series. I like to have the perfect way, like the perfect start, and if it's not the perfect start, I will literally reset that world and do the exact same things again until I get it absolutely 100% right. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Sweet Girl. Sweet Girl can confirm this. There have been many times in the past where we've had multiplayer co-op survival sort of worlds, which were just me and her, which I restarted because I didn't like how they were going. So yeah, it's a really bad habit I have. It's a really bad flaw I have. So I wanted to actually use this series, use Sweetboy Survival as a series in which, I could go to and say, hey, whatever you do here, you really got to somewhat commit to it, You can always revert some of the changes, but in terms of actually, creating the content, I can't really go ahead and restart. The only exception I gave to that was the 1.14 Survival, because the 1.13 one was alright, but because of the new stuff, I kind of felt like, we needed a bit of an updated thing, considering I found 3 villages, and they're kind of not going to be too good now, if that made any sort of sense whatsoever. So I decided, hey, let me do it 1.14 and then just carry that over to 1.15, which may not be actually the best. It's not the worst decision, sorry. It's not going to be the worst decision I've ever made, considering that 1.15 looks like it's going to be more of a performance-based update. Considering they're calling it the bees and the bugs. I'm still quite interested to see what they come out with and what happens over time, but for what it looks like, Sweetboy Survival will be carrying on into 1.15. However, at the current point in time, I have not sort of touched it for like a good few months. And, well, looking back at the folder, I actually touched it a good few weeks ago, but I just wanted to get some schematics for some stuff that I was doing. Sweetboy Survival is something that I want to get perfect, but at the same time, I don't want to get too perfect. And that's kind of the balance I'm trying to make. And sometimes I just kind of need a little break. In terms of that, moving forward, I will be trying a lot more to get back into it and get back into sort of that survival aspect, but that is still honestly going to take quite a bit of time. So yeah, that's kind of where I am, more or less, to sum that whole sort of bit up. Sweet Boy Survival is not completely dead. I still have plans for it. I just need to sort of reignite my passion for it. And once that happens, I'll be producing content weekly out. And I mean weekly. You'll see about 2 episodes per week, and then 1 Bed Wars episode per week. I'm currently, obviously said I gotta go to class in like 33 minutes. But, that's where I'm kind of going with this in terms of, that I want to sort of get year 13 stable, because one of the problems I had in year 12 was that I was a bit shaky and things kind of fell apart for me. So that's one aspect of my personal life that I'm trying to also sort out, in addition to like YouTube and game development and everything. So year 13, I'm currently sort of, settling stone, catching up on everything that needs to be caught up with. And once I'm done with that, I will literally have my schedule tight, and I mean tight, because there are so many things going on right now and it's absolutely insane. But you know what? What's life without the insanity? It would be boring. So there we go. Moving on to my game development side of things and my social medias, I will be doing an update of sort of more of my all of my outposts really. My website is going to get a redesign. I've done a mock-up redesign. It's not going to be anything too dynamic because my web skills are still pretty basic. I know most of the basic stuff to do with like HTML and CSS, and I'm coding it sort of from scratch. So yeah, that's one thing. It's not necessarily game development, but development as a whole. So yeah, in terms of like my hobbies with coding. So the website will be getting an update, something that looks a bit more visually compelling, hopefully. But that will be coming. I'll also be trying to work on all my social medias, trying to get them updated and trying to sort of explain what they're all about, because in a way it's kind of mishmash. To sort of put it bluntly, or at least to summarize it up in a good fashion, my GitHub is obviously meant for my code and my game development stuff. So if you want to see me be an absolute nerd more than I already am in Minecraft, go ahead and check that out. I've got my game on there, Pixel Paintballers. I've actually got another game which I'm also working on. 2 games actually. 2 games. One which is going to be like a little fun project I'm doing with a friend. And then the other one is going to be a paid project, which I'm actually going to be working really, really hard on for the next 3 or 4 or 5 years. So that's exciting. Yeah, that's sort of what my GitHub's for. GitHub's more so my code and my uber nerd. That's where I'm going to go with this. Uber nerd. Yeah, that's what that's going to be. In terms of my Twitter will be kept mainly for sort of outsourcing opinions. If I'm sort of keeping everything in text format, that's where it's going to be. To put that in a way that actually makes sense. Twitter, you'll be able to see uploads from my YouTube channels. That goes for this channel here, the Sweetboy13735 one, and my personal channel, Ramon Graham, where you'll be seeing more so vlogging content once I decide, hey, let's start vlogging some stuff or whatnot. Whenever I post on there, it will be there. And also the Hyperbyte Industries channel, which will be hosting the 2 games, Pixel Paintballers and that paid game I was just talking about. So yeah, that's where we're going with that. Twitter is going to be more so professionally updating, but also giving opinions on things and just maybe some more general, just me blurting out random stuff sometimes. It depends. But Twitter's going to be where I'm mostly active and sort of speaking out and whatnot. I do have a Instagram at Sweetboy13735, where you'll be able to see more. The Instagram's more based in terms of like if I have an image I really want to share with you guys. Say for example, I actually have 2 images up on there now and a story story. I'm trying to remember the word. The highlight. I got a highlight of the story from that paid game. Me working on some of the music for that. So you'll be able to check that out on there. Just follow me at instagram.com/Sweetboy13735. You'll see some stuff from Pixel Paintballers, and if I'm just fine sharing any other photos or just random stuff, I will also post them there. So yeah, those are my two main active socials. I do have a Facebook page, Sweetboy13735, but that's more so going to be echoing what's coming from Instagram. And Twitter will also be echoing what's coming from Instagram as well. Twitter's kind of like my main sort of base, if that makes any sense. And then I kind of go from there. I also have a Discord. I won't give you my Discord name. No, you're not getting that. But what should be happening by the end of this week, actually, by Friday, I'm planning to revamp my Discord server and put it out public. And I'll put the link down in the description on this video once that's up, and you guys will be able to check that out. Have some fun, speak with me. I'll also be putting a Minecraft survival server on there to members exclusively of the Discord. So you'll be able to access that and, have fun, play around and whatnot. So, yeah. Bear in mind, I don't really have much money, so this is going to be a Turnos hosted. Yeah, that's where I'm going with this. I'll be sure to get some moderators and people who can also help start the server should it have any sort of downtime and any of you guys want to play on that. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan in terms of where I'm going with this sort of life journey, which I'm taking by road to like 18 years of existence on this earth. So yeah, the last thing I guess I should get to is actually the game development, because I said I was going to do that earlier, but I didn't. To put it simply, obviously 3 games I'm working on. Pixel Paintballers, that one game I'm working on with a friend, just a funny little project, and then a serious game which I'm doing, and that one's going to be paid. Pixel Paintball is actually going through a massive rewrite at the moment, and I am rewriting the whole entire game. And I suspect that's going to take me at least the next 2 months to finish. And once that's done, I will be completely done with that project, and you'll never probably hear me talk about it again on this YouTube channel unless I'm actually playing it and showing footage. I might do that, but we'll see. I really like the game and how it's coming around the rewrite. I just need to work on the multiplayer systems to get that all finished up and brushed up and then sent out. So that's why that's happening. The paid game is going to be an RPG. It's going to be a fully fledged project which I'm going to be working on. It's going to be paid for. I will most likely host it on Steam and on Discord's game library, because I think they still have the game store type thing, even though they removed like the Nitro perks and what. Well, they kept the Nitro perks, but they removed like the Nitro store and whatnot. I can't remember exactly. I'll be looking into that, but definitely on Steam, and if it's still there, definitely on Discord. So that's where you'll be able to find it. This other sort of project, little funny project I'm doing with a friend, will be free. You'll be able to find it from my website once I start pulling out some releases for it. It's just a fun little project just to expand my own skills as well. So yeah. So yeah, that kind of ties this video in together. That kind of explains where I've been and what I'm doing. So I don't really have much of a way to end off this video but to say, stick around, because more content shall be coming soon. More episodes of Sweetboy Survival will be coming, more Bed Wars episodes will be coming, and more game development and just general crazy stuff around my life shall be happening. So, if you want to stick around and see more of that, be sure to hit subscribe. Yeah, that kind of explains what I'm doing with my life right now. So that's going to end it for this video. Sweetboy13735 out. See you guys.